What's up, Saiyan Army? So quick video, happy chest Mondays. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to my roots. And I used to do these videos all the damn time where I would just, do a video over the workout. I would just hit the workout, come home, talk about the workout, and yeah, just wrap with you guys. So we're bringing it back. So if you guys like this style of videos, comment down below. This is just gonna be a quick explanation of the workout, tell you guys how I feel, how I'm doing, what I'm changing, and just give you guys different tips throughout the workout. So starting off this workout, we brought back the incline barbell bench press. Now this is something we haven't done in a really long time. I felt really weak at it. I'm not like a naturally strong person. It takes me time to work up at everything. Like for instance, front squats. When I started front squats again, and I'm still working on it, I'm still relatively a lot weaker than what I was before. Even on the incline barbell bench press, 2 plates still felt a lot heavier than it did before. I think before I was hitting it for, probably could hit it for like 10 to 12 reps before. Granted, it wasn't as steep of an incline. Yeah. So before we would do the slight incline, now we're doing like the regular incline bench press. And these bars are the weird ones where you can kind of like slide it out, which I really like actually. It's like having your own spotter or your own personal
lift
person,
off,
your own lift off, to have someone lift it off for you and stuff. So I really enjoy that because you can stay retracted. A lot of people, what they do is they'll unrack the weight and they'll lose tightness in their upper back and their retraction and whatnot, and it'll mess up their whole form and their whole set because it's really hard to get back into position once you're carrying, all that weight on your arms. So I kind of like that. It felt a little bit weird. My form wasn't really the greatest. My update on my shoulder feels a lot better. It's pretty much like, I want to say 100%. I don't even feel it anymore. I'm still doing all my mobility work for it that bod mechanics showed me, but it feels really good. The only issue right now I'm having is my tricep tendonitis. It's still acting up, but it's not nearly as bad as it was before. It's maybe around like 80 to 90% better. Some days it's 80% and I can still feel it. Today it was probably like 85% where I still felt it, but it didn't really hinder my workout at all. So yeah, we started off with the barbell bench press, and what we're doing is just 5 sets of 5 reps of 5 by 5. Just did 225, just working on form, keeping everything nice and clean, and just getting back in the groove of it. When I start new exercises that I haven't done in a while, I really like 5 by 5 because you can slowly work your way up each and every week, whether it's 5 or 10 pounds, and kind of find out and see where your strength is at. And along the way, you can also focus on your form and just getting used to the movement again, which usually takes me a while to get used to the movement, but once I'm like a slow learner. Once I get things down, like I got it. So like it's a real slow startup, but once I hit like that, I don't know, like 40, 50 miles per hour, I just kind of take off. I have a good top end, but my kind of slow 0 to 60.
Slow acceleration,
yeah,
good top speed.
Slow acceleration a little bit. So I'm real slow off the line, but I'll catch you at the end. So after that, so we just did a 5 sets of 5 reps, just working on form, relatively light. After that, we just did a superset. We did the incline hammer strength press, one that we like. For the hammer strength press, what I'm working on is just really, so it's not enough just to keep the negative slow. It's not enough. You gotta focus on that muscle. So even throughout the negative eccentric part of the rep, I'm focusing on keeping the contraction in my chest. Anyone can do a slow negative with a bicep curl and do the slow negative holding it with their forearm and not their bicep. But when you focus on the bicep, that's when you're changing the game up. That's when you're opening up a whole new world of gains. So all these accessory movements, what I'm doing is on the eccentric movement, I'm focusing on I'm focusing the weight on my chest the entire time. So I never lose tension in my chest throughout the entire range of motion. So even as I'm coming down, I'm putting stress on my chest and then I'm launching it up. And when I launch it up, I'm still, maximum contraction. So we did 4 sets of 10 reps. So the entire time I felt constant tension on my chest and it was on fire. So, and yeah, just taking time under tension to a whole new level. And after that, we're supersetting that with just lateral raises. For the lateral raises, something new I'm doing is just staying retracted. Just staying retracted the whole time, pinching my shoulder blades back and pinching my upper back together. And just like how I taught you guys on the cable lateral raises, we're just doing that with the dumbbells. And the only reason we did dumbbells was just for time's sake. We just did 4 sets of 10 reps each. And again, focusing on that slow negative. So every time I bring in the weight down, I'm focusing on that lateral head, putting all of that weight on my lateral head, making sure that it's engaged the whole time. These are accessory movements. These are more isolated movements. So you should focus on that muscle the entire time. Following that, we did cable flies. Cable fly is something we don't do too often. I'm bringing it back just because we're only hitting chest once a week now. Chest is one of my stronger points, so it doesn't need that twice a week kind of action. So we're just hitting it once a week, and I decided we're upping the volume slightly, just adding in some flies. Flies, I think flies should be in almost every chest workout. It's just something we got kind of lazy and we would take it out here and there. But flies should definitely be, just because you want to hit the chest from different angles, pretty much. So that was just 4 sets, 15 reps, again, focusing on that negative. You notice as I'm doing the movement, I'm bringing it back nice and slow and just crushing that soda can in between your pecs or whatever you're crushing. Following that, what do we do, triceps?
Triceps, yeah.
Yeah, following that, just did light triceps. So another thing I'm changing with my workouts is, before I would superset like different muscle groups. And this is something that I just changed last week. I would superset like biceps, triceps, instead of just doing triceps, triceps, biceps, biceps, you know? And I think in terms of volume and weight you're able to move, total volume, that's probably the better way to do it. But for me, right now, just because I'm thinking with my tricep tendonitis, I'm not trying to go that heavy. So I'm just going light on both triceps, and I'm really enjoying the pump that you get. When you superset the same muscle group, the pump that you get and the amount of fatigue that you hit, you know, that amount of metabolic fatigue, which is another factor in hypertrophy, the amount of metabolic fatigue you get is amazing. So that's what I'm doing. We just hit the tricep from both angles. We did a push down and an overhead tricep extension, focusing on that long head. We did 4 sets of 12 reps, just bang, bang, one after the other, again, focusing on that retraction and that slow negatives, and just not doing anything to really irritate my elbow. Any of you guys that have injuries, I get lots of emails about different injuries and whatnot. Just stay away, let it rest, you know? If it's some kind of mobility type issue, like my shoulder was, then you gotta do mobility type work to fix it. You know, you just can't let it rest. If I let my shoulder rest, and then it would just stay tight, and I would have always had that issue. But because I'm doing lots of mobility work for it, and I'm stretching it and hitting it from like lots of different angles, it's getting a lot better, and that's why it's pretty much 100% these days. So that's pretty much the end of the workout. Came in this workout, killed it, felt great. Starting this Monday off good. Go out there and kill your workouts. Consistency is and always will be key in any part of your gains. So like the video, see you guys in the next one. Much love, strength and honor. Aloha.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? It's over 9,000!